Welcome to another OU football update. I'm Barry Trammell, along with OU writer Jason Kersey. We're counting down to the start of college football season, August 31st. For the Sooners, they host Louisiana Monroe. This Sunday on August 25th, we publish our special football section, our annual preview. This year it's entitled Monopoly, focusing on the SEC's stranglehold on college football. 7 straight national titles coming out of the SEC. Jason, your particular package in that preview focuses on the culture difference of the SEC and the Big 12. What do you see as the primary cultural differences between these two conferences?
Well, one thing that I found very interesting, you look back, everybody kind of knows the history of OU football, of how it became a big deal with, the Dust Bowl and the desire to create an identity about the state that wasn't negative. And I think you apply that entire attitude to the Southeastern Conference. I think everybody in the South, is very maybe sensitive about the way they're viewed around the country. I still think, the South finishes ranked pretty low in a lot of, polls and a lot of rankings of states and various issues. And I think football is something that they can be really good at. And so I think that identity and that culture really drives them, and it makes football vitally important to them.
One thing you hear at most SEC games, particularly bowl games, we've seen it, but a lot of conference pride in the SEC. You hear the chants of SEC in the fourth quarter of victories. You don't hear that much from the Big Ten, from the Big 12, from the Pac-12. What do you think fosters that conference togetherness that seems to be prevalent in the SEC?
Well, I think it comes back to that Southern identity. I think that, there's a lot of pride from being from the South for them, and they like being number one. They like beating people from other parts of the country. And so when the SEC does well, they're a little bit more inclined maybe than other places to really take a lot of pride in it. Even if it is, Florida, a Florida fan chanting that when Alabama wins a national championship or something like that. I think there's a lot of pride about that region of the country, and it stems from, like I said, that Southern identity and having something to be proud of.
Do you see, particularly here in Oklahoma, the Sooners, for instance, is the umbrage getting to the point where OU is tired and doesn't want to take it anymore? Are you seeing a short fuse from these other schools that have been sort of put under the SEC's foot?
Oh yeah, I think everybody's tired of it. I think Bob Stoops' comments this summer, sort of dismissing maybe the full strength of the conference, is a sign of that, of the fact that everybody's pretty sick of it. What they're going to do about it, they're going to have to start beating them, and that's not going to be easy. And like I said, they're tough to beat, not just because of Johnny Manziel and Jadeveon Clowney. They're tough to beat because it matters more to them than it does to anybody else.
Appreciate it. Good stuff. You can read Jason's cultural package in the Sunday Oklahoman, our special football preview, Monopoly. Stay tuned for further OU football coverage here on News OK and every day in the Oklahoman.